Right now, as you're watching this video, there's a bright red star in the night sky that might not exist anymore. When you look at Betelgeuse, the massive red supergiant in Orion's shoulder, you're seeing light that left the star over 640 years ago, back when the Black Death was ravaging medieval Europe. This cosmic time capsule could be hiding the most spectacular secret in astronomy. Betelgeuse may have already exploded into a supernova, and we're simply waiting for the light to reach us. This dying giant is so vast that if it replaced our sun, it would swallow Earth, Mars, and reach nearly to Jupiter's orbit. Yet despite being one of the largest known stars in our galaxy, Betelgeuse has been acting strangely. Mysterious pulsations and shocking new discoveries about a hidden companion star have scientists racing to answer one burning question: when will Betelgeuse explode, and could it already be gone? In this video, we'll reveal the mind-blowing possibility that we're looking at a star that no longer exists, explore the incomprehensible scale of this cosmic monster, uncover the recent mysteries that have scientists on edge, and discover what will happen when Betelgeuse finally explodes in the greatest celestial spectacle humanity will ever witness. Think about this for a moment. Every single photon of light entering your eye from Betelgeuse right now began its journey through space over 640 years ago. That's not a metaphor, it's the brutal reality of cosmic distances. Light, the fastest thing in the universe, still takes centuries to cross the void between Betelgeuse and Earth. When those photons left Betelgeuse's surface, the printing press hadn't been invented. The Byzantine Empire was crumbling. Joan of Arc hadn't even been born yet. The light you're seeing tonight is a message from the medieval past, and here's where it gets truly mind-bending. The star that sent that message might not exist anymore. Betelgeuse could have exploded 500 years ago, 300 years ago, even last week, and we would have absolutely no idea. Right now, at this very moment, a wall of light and radiation from one of the most violent events in the universe could be racing toward us at 186,000 miles per second, carrying news of Betelgeuse's death. We're not just stargazing, we're time traveling, looking at a ghost that doesn't know it's dead yet. This isn't science fiction. Based on the star's unstable behavior and advanced age, astronomers calculate there's roughly a 1 in 4,000 chance that Betelgeuse has already gone supernova. Those might seem like long odds, but when you're dealing with cosmic timescales, that's practically a coin flip. And if it has already exploded, the light show heading our way will be unlike anything humanity has ever witnessed. But to understand just how spectacular this cosmic funeral will be, we need to know what happens in a star's final moments. Right now, somewhere beneath that bloated red surface, nuclear fusion is desperately fighting against gravity, and gravity always wins. But here's the maddening part. We can't see inside to know which round of this death match we're watching. If Betelgeuse is still burning helium in its core, which most astronomers believe, then we've got roughly 100,000 years before the fireworks begin. But if it's already moved on to burning carbon, we're down to mere centuries. And if it's burning heavier elements like oxygen or silicon, we could literally be counting in decades or less. The problem is, these different burning stages look almost identical from the outside. It's like trying to guess when a ticking time bomb will explode by looking at its outer casing. The star's surface temperature, its pulsations, even its color, none of these definitively reveal what nuclear fuel is burning in the core. This is why predictions span such an incomprehensible range. We're essentially making educated guesses based on stellar models and probability. But whenever that countdown reaches 0, the show will be unforgettable. The supernova will blaze at magnitude -10, making it about 16 times brighter than Venus at its most brilliant. Picture this, a single point of light casting shadows at night, visible even when the sun is high in the sky. For 3 months, Betelgeuse's death throes will dominate both day and night skies. It will remain visible to the naked eye for over a year, slowly fading as the explosion's shockwave expands into space. And here's the beautiful irony. This cosmic catastrophe poses 0 threat to Earth. To sterilize our planet, a supernova would need to detonate within 30 to 50 light years. Betelgeuse, at over 640 light years away, is like watching a nuclear explosion from another continent. We get all the spectacle with none of the danger. In fact, we'll have ringside seats to the greatest light show in recorded human history. But Betelgeuse isn't waiting quietly for its grand finale. In recent years, this dying giant has been throwing tantrums that have scientists scrambling for explanations, including the shocking possibility that it's not dying alone. In late 2019, the world watched as Betelgeuse did something unprecedented. In an event now called the Great Dimming, the star abruptly lost nearly 2/3 of its brightness, fading from a magnitude of plus 0.5 down to plus 1.6, the faintest it had been in modern history. For a moment, it seemed the final countdown had begun. But the reality was almost stranger. Using the Hubble and the Very Large Telescope, astronomers discovered Betelgeuse hadn't dimmed. It had burped. This gigantic blob of plasma, billions of times more massive than our sun's ejections, cooled into a vast cloud of dust that simply blocked our view. This wasn't just a cosmic smokescreen, though. The event physically jolted the star, disrupting its stable 400-day pulsation cycle and leaving it with a new, more frantic 200-day heartbeat. This chaos, combined with a much longer, mysterious 6-year brightness cycle, has fueled a radical new theory. Betelgeuse is not dying alone. Scientists now seriously entertain the idea of a hidden companion, nicknamed Betelbuddy, orbiting within the star's vast, tenuous atmosphere. If this companion exists, it could be the real cause of the long-term cycles we see, forcing us to completely rethink our models of Betelgeuse's internal structure and pushing the supernova timeline further into the future. This mind-boggling idea of a star hiding inside another star is only possible because of Betelgeuse's almost unbelievable scale. To truly grasp these mysteries, we have to confront the sheer size of the monster we're dealing with. Trying to picture Betelgeuse's size is an exercise in futility, but let's try. If you replaced our sun with it, its surface wouldn't just swallow Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars. It would roar past the asteroid belt and extend nearly to the orbit of Jupiter. Imagine our Earth is a single marble. Betelgeuse would be a sphere over 3,000 kilometers wide, filled with over 1 billion of those marbles. But here is the great paradox. Despite holding the mass of nearly 20 suns, Betelgeuse is a ghost in its own right. Its matter is spread so thin that its average density is millions of times less than the air you're breathing. It's been called a hot vacuum. This is why it can have a companion star orbiting within its atmosphere, and why it could burp a cloud of dust that dimmed our view. It's not a solid ball, but a fragile, boiling, colossal cloud. And all of that unimaginable volume is just the container for the most powerful bomb in our cosmic neighborhood. When its core finally collapses, the energy released in seconds will dwarf the entire 10 billion year lifetime output of our sun. In a flash, it will unleash 10 to the power of 44 joules of energy, the equivalent of 1 billion trillion nuclear warheads detonating at once. This is the monster we see in our night sky, an impossibly huge, yet impossibly fragile giant, patiently waiting to detonate in the most spectacular explosion humanity has ever, or will ever, see. Whether it explodes tomorrow or in 100,000 years, its fate is sealed. One day, the shoulder of Orion will transform into a beacon brighter than any star or planet, a safe but spectacular cosmic funeral for all of humanity to witness. So the next time you look up at that familiar constellation, remember what you're really seeing: a message from the deep past, a mystery in the present, and a breathtaking promise for the future. You are looking at a star that connects our history to our cosmic destiny. Thanks for watching.